I'm sharing this because you have to compare the risk and the advantages for you to make the right decision. It depends on your particular circumstances. This is Real Estate in Kenya with Ruben Kimani. In this channel, we unlock the doors to successful real estate investing. Whether you are a beginner or a seasoned investor, this is the right place for you to learn everything about real estate. Welcome back. Today we are talking about, or we are asking ourselves, is it wise or is it okay to take a loan to build rentals? And before I forget, help me subscribe and reach thousands of people out there who can benefit from this content. If you subscribe, ring that bell as well so that you are the first person to learn transformational stories, listen to transformational stories about real estate. I'm going to share stories about people who have succeeded and people who are not so fortunate. This is a story about a gentleman by the name Simon. He's an entrepreneur. Has built rental properties since 2015. He started with a two-bedroom house, apartment somewhere in Nairobi, and he has been making money from it for the last 10 years. Definitely he has built others, and this guy has been successful from our own evaluation because he gets more money to supplement his income and of course his needs. Of course there are so many details that are not shared in that story, but he has been successful. There's this other guy, his name is James, not very fortunate. He took a circle loan to be able to build some rental somewhere. Apparently, he gets 8,000 from these rentals. I think he's somewhere in the village. But he pays, as part of the loan interest and premiums, he pays 19,000. So he gets less than what he pays. He has to use his salary to supplement. These are the difference between 19 and 8,000 to be able to pay that loan. What does that tell you? That is not an investment. Investment is anything that makes money for you. That is the definition of investment in very simple terms. It has to make money for you extra from what you have put into place. Those are two different people, and if you are watching me today, you might be one of those people. There are so many floods in this country cropping up and real estate developments, and you ask yourself, how are these people making money? Before you jump into any business, the wisest thing is to understand how that business works. Understand the nitty-gritties, the details, and there are people who can give you that information. Go to the ground, talk to foodies, talk to people who have been there before you throw that money, because this is one of the business that most Kenyans do in real estate. So we're asking ourselves, is it okay, is it wise to take a loan to build rentals? People have gone to the banks and have been asked this question, even in the village. Somebody has a piece of property, land, very prime. Can I go to Housing Finance, KCB? Can I go to NCBA? Can I go to Equity? Get a loan and build rentals. Which situation are you in as we speak? Because there are many people who have asked this question out there, friends of mine. Which situation are you in? There are people who have already built. If you do your math, something is not adding up. The tragedy, and these are for Kenyan and small businesses, most people don't do their math. You are blind. You just think you are making money, you are not. Maybe that's why you are not progressing. So I'm going to share some of the things that you must look at. But before I say that, what are the benefits, what are the potential benefits and risks that you get if you take loan to build properties? Of course, everything has advantages and disadvantages. You can't make decision with yes or no. You have to weigh which makes more sense to your situation, which makes more sense to you as a business person, as an investor, or as someone who is working somewhere and you have to do rentals. Number one, there are many benefits. I'm going to share three. Of course, you get rental income if you take a loan. As long as that rental income is higher, you are doing well, higher than the loan that you are paying. Number two, what happens with real estate? There's something called capital gains. Billionaires, there are many billionaires in this world, and I think the majority are made from the real estate. They make money from capital gain. And that's the business we are in. We help many Kenyans invest into properties. These are plots of land in very good places. Those places like Nakuru, they have appreciated from 400 to 800,000 in 4 years. Ngong is actually from 200 to 800,000 in the same 4 years. That is called capital gain, and that's how people make a lot of money. There are people who bought like an acre of land. If you bought it in Westland many years ago, right now the value is 500 million. Somebody may have bought it at 10 million. That's how you get rich. So this capital appreciation called capital gain, remember you're also making rental income per month. The third thing, of course, you get consistent income. One of the things about flats, and that's why people do them, they give you consistent income for a long time. This passive income, whether you work or not, people are staying in your rentals. You can actually bask at home, stay at home because you are making money. This passive income, very good for retired people. There are risks that I'm going to share, just 3 of them. Of course, you get into debt, especially for those stories that I've shared, for people who took some loan, but they can't pay the loan back using the rentals. For me, that is a mistake. Never did their calculation. They never did any feasibility studies to determine. There's also maintenance and cost. The sink, of course, you call a plumber. You have to maintain these buildings, including your own home. The sink, the kitchen, the door, you'll break the locks. These are costs. And most people leave this to agencies that manage properties. Then they deduct 30%. If it's too much, they deduct it from rent. There's that cost. There's also low occupancy rates. This is something that is affecting, for residential, not much. For commercial properties, if you have bought an office, this is a serious issue because people are moving online. They are working online. The demand for commercial space have gone down significantly. So you'll find that there's low occupancy. If you build in a place that does not attract people, people want to stay in a safe place, next to amenities, next to a place where you can catch a matatu, you can catch transport in the morning and come back late at night without problems. So if your property is in a place that is not desirable, of course you'll have low occupancy. Those are risks. I'm sharing this because you have to compare the risk and the advantages for you to make the right decision. It depends on your particular circumstances.